Hi, in this video I want to talk about my experience with bipolar disorder and losing a pet. So about a month ago I lost my cat of 8 years very suddenly, and I just wanted to share my experience and the impact of it on my mental health. I think the most important thing when experiencing or dealing with the loss of a pet is to acknowledge and recognize the loss for what it is and allow yourself to feel it fully. When my cat died, I told myself that I wanted to be fully present with what I was feeling. And even though it's been a while now, it still sucks and I still miss her a lot because she was part of my family, and to come home after a long day and not have her to cuddle with is still really, really hard. The other thing I did when she passed away was practicing mechanical eating. So I created a meal plan for myself, not to restrict my diet, but just to create some sort of structure in my life because I found eating was very difficult to do or remember to do. So I made a meal plan for myself and practiced mechanical eating to make sure I was eating enough throughout the day. And I didn't follow it exactly. It was more just to make sure that I could decide what to eat ahead of time, and it was more of a guideline just to gently remind myself to take care of myself in that way. Another thing I did that was really helpful was to use distractions in the short term. I ended up spending more time than usual on TikTok, and I spent my time compiling photos and videos of her and putting it together into a little montage for myself. And this was something that was really helpful because I got to be reminded of the good times we had together, and I also got some distraction from the way I was feeling, and that can be really helpful in the short term when you're dealing with loss or grief. So now that it's been some time, I don't really need to practice mechanical eating anymore, and I'm not using distractions anymore. They were more kind of immediate coping tools. Mostly now I continue with my regular routine of getting enough sleep, exercising, eating regularly, going for walks when I'm feeling low. Because my mental health has been pretty stable for the past few months, I've been able to manage this grief, and I feel like it's not been too overwhelming for me. However, if by now I was still finding it very hard to go about my daily routine, or if I was feeling persistently low or even having hypomanic symptoms, I would definitely reach out to my support team and get that help, because you shouldn't be feeling low, really low, or like you can't deal with your mood or your emotions. That's a sign that you need to reach out for help. So that was how I was able to manage my grief and feel my feelings of love for her and remember all the good times and move forward knowing how much having a pet as a companion can enrich our lives and improve our well-being. My cat was there for me through so many hard times. She was such a huge support, an important part of my family. And so if you're struggling right now due to the loss of a pet, please know that your loss and your grief is valid, and what you're going through, it can be really, really hard. So it's important to be gentle with yourself and seek support if you need it. So that's just what I've been doing to help manage this grief and the loss of my cat, and I hope it was useful. Bye.
Hi.